Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Point TV. Alright, guys, let's talk about the Chelsea game against Tottenham. Now, Chelsea will be going away to play against Tottenham. They'll be going to the Tottenham Stadium to play against Tottenham. And for me, this will be an interesting game in terms of London derby. These two teams, they are from London, and we know whenever these two teams are playing, it's a serious game. Like, it's not a joke, it's a serious game. So that's why I think it will be an interesting game. Tottenham, they're a good side, they're a very good team. Yes, in their recent games, they have dropped some point in their recent games. Their last game against Bournemouth, they lost that game 1-0 away to Bournemouth. And then they drew at home against Fulham, and also lost at home again, if I'm not mistaken, against Ipswich Town. So in their last three games, I think they haven't won any game in their last three games, if I'm not mistaken. So for me, that's where I feel like Chelsea have an advantage over Tottenham, because Chelsea in their last three games, they have won their last three games, where they won 2-1 against Leicester City. They won 3-0 against Aston Villa. They were very good in that game against Aston Villa, and then they won their last game 5-1 against Southampton. And for me, that game against Southampton could have been 8, could have been 10 even, because Chelsea missed so many chances in that game. They had so many chances. They missed so many chances in that game. So that game against Southampton, yes, the scoreline was 5-1, but I think Chelsea could have even made more in that game. So Chelsea have momentum already going for them in terms of their form. They have a very good team. I feel like they have a better team than Tottenham. Tottenham have some of their key players. Some of their key players are injured, especially their defensive line. Their two best central defenders are not available. They did not play their last games. They haven't played in their last two games, I think. They didn't even play against, if I'm not mistaken, I think they didn't even play against Manchester City. So they have been out for a couple of games now. So I don't know if they'll be back in this game. So if they will not be back, Van der Ven and Romero, that's to tell you that Chelsea, for me, is the favorite going into this game. Even if Tottenham are playing at home, I should believe Chelsea are the favorite. Just because Chelsea are in a better form than Tottenham, and also these defenders that will not be available for Tottenham, it's key. And Davis, there's this other of their defender again that got injured in their last game against Bournemouth. So that defender as well will not be available in this game, Davis. So that's to tell you, Chelsea should be the favorite going into this game. And for Chelsea, in terms of injury, according to the Chelsea manager, Enzo Maresca, we know that James is out already. Wesley Fofana will not be available for this game because he was injured against Aston Villa. So he didn't even play the game against Southampton. So he won't be available as well for this game. So I think these are the two players that are injured for Chelsea that will not be available for this game in terms of the defensive players. But all of the other defenders will be available. So for me, knowing that Chelsea have their squad almost complete for this game, I should believe that Chelsea should win this game. I should believe that Chelsea, for me, are the favorite going into this game, knowing that they are complete in terms of players that should start the games, and also in terms of form. Chelsea are in a better form than Tottenham, winning their last three games, and Tottenham not winning their last three games. So Chelsea have momentum going for them. But I still think it will be an interesting game for the fact that it's two big teams playing together, playing against themselves, and also London derby. These two teams, I mean, if they are playing against each other, it's a serious. If they are playing against each other, it's a serious game. So for me, yeah, it will not be easy game because of how intense the game is whenever they are meeting each other. So for me, I just need Chelsea to win this game, even if it's 1-0, 2-1, 3-1. They just have to win this game, to keep pushing. Obviously, if you're watching the press conference for Enzo Maresca, whenever they ask him if Chelsea are in the title race, he always said Chelsea are not in the title race, that they are not at the same level with Liverpool, with Manchester City, with Arsenal, based on how long he has been managing the team Chelsea. He has just been managing the team for around maybe 4 months, 5 months now. Why other coaches like Liverpool, obviously the Liverpool coach is a new coach, but the Liverpool team have been together for a long time. Why the Chelsea team? Many of them, this is the first time they are playing together. Why for City? Pep has been there for like how many years? 8 years, 9 years. Then for Arsenal, Mikel Arteta have been there for like 5 years. So for me, I think he has a point in terms of how long these other teams have been together. Why for Chelsea, this is his first season with the team. So the players, this is the first time they are playing together. So I feel like he has a point. But at the same time, I still think in the dressing room, he'll be talking to the Chelsea players saying, listen, we can push these things. We can fight for the league as well. We are in a good position. Obviously, Chelsea are in a good position, second in the league, behind Arsenal. They are in a good position for this league. I think he'll be telling the players. But outside the dressing room, talking to the media, he'll be telling the media that we are not there yet. We are not there yet. So for me, I feel like it's good in terms of how the coach talks to the media. He's that kind of, I feel like he's a very, very clever coach in terms of how he addresses, the media. So for me, I think if he's talking to the players in the dressing room, he'll be giving them that confidence to tell them that we can win this league. We can push these other teams. I think that's what he'll be telling them. So this is one of the games that I think Chelsea should win in terms of where Tottenham are now. They're not in their best shape. They're not in their best form. So I feel like this is one of the games that Chelsea have to win so that they can still have the chance or opportunity to push, teams like Liverpool, to push teams like, Arsenal in terms of pushing for the league. This is one of the game. So, and as you know, Chelsea haven't won, big six or top 16 this season. The top six teams that they played against Manchester City. They lost that game 2-0. Yes, that was the beginning of the season. Enzo Maresca was maybe still trying to, find his best team or his best 11. He lost that game, played against Liverpool. I feel like Chelsea played very well in that game, but somehow they lost that game. Played against Arsenal. I think they played well in that game, but they couldn't, win that one. So Tottenham, I feel like this is their chance to beat top 16. Yes, Tottenham is one of those teams that just always win, even if Chelsea are in their bad form. Last season is example. Chelsea were very poor last season when they played against Tottenham. Away to Tottenham, they won that game 4-1. Yes, Tottenham had a red card in that game, but they won that game 4-1. So to tell you that whenever they play against Tottenham, it looks like they are always favorite. They're always the favorite to beat Tottenham. So for me, this is a game I'm expecting Chelsea to win just because we are in a better form than Tottenham. I think we have better players available for this game against Tottenham, and as well as Chelsea always win Tottenham. So they should be going into this game confident. They should be going into this game confident. Given the performance, give a top level performance, and I think if Chelsea perform to the level they perform against Aston Villa, I think Chelsea will win this game. If Chelsea perform how they perform against Aston Villa, I think Chelsea wins this game comfortably. For me, it might be 1-0, it might be 2-0, but comfortable in terms of controlling the game. I'm expecting Chelsea to control this game. For me, I'm expecting Chelsea to control this game. You just have to defend well, be clinical when you have your chance. They have to take their chances, and I think they will win this game. But I still think it will be an interesting game for the fact that it's a London derby and these two teams, whenever they play against each other, it's a serious, serious game. So for me, it's just for them to win the game. Now, for the lineup that the coach could go with, I'm expecting the coach to go with almost the same kind of lineup he went with against Aston Villa. Obviously, Sanchez did not play the last game against Southampton. Already, the coach have said it in his press conference that Sanchez will be available to play against Tottenham. The chance Sanchez will be the goalkeeper that will play against Tottenham. So we don't have to think about if Jorgensen will be the one, because I think he was very good against Southampton. He was very, very good. So I think I'm expecting Sanchez to start the game. Now for the defense line, the two center defenders, obviously I'm expecting Levi to be back for this game. The right side center defender, honestly, I don't know who the coach will go with, because Tosin is there. He's a right footer. Possibly because he's a right footer, maybe the coach will want to go with Tosin. But Badiashile did not play the game against Southampton. Obviously, we know he's a left footer. The manager have used Badiashile and Levi Colwill before. The two of them are left footers, but he used the two of them against Leicester City. So maybe he will want to use the two of them again, knowing that the two of them did not even play the game against Southampton. Possibly the manager will want to go with the two of them. But for Levi Colwill, I'm sure Levi Colwill will start this game. Cucurella, we're expecting to play from the left back. The right back is another thing, which I'm not sure who the manager will want to go with. Because for me, I want him to go um, with Borges Caicedo. Yes, he's a midfielder, but how he played against Aston Villa, I love how he was inverting. He was, for me, I feel like he even played that position better than Malo Gusto. For me, Malo Gusto has been playing that position inverting, but I feel like he's struggling when he invert. He doesn't. I feel like he's struggling. He's struggling to invert. But if he's overlapping, that's his best. That's how good he can be. If he overlap, I think he will see the best of Malo Gusto. But if he invert, I feel like he's struggling to invert. Sometimes he loses the ball. He's not really giving the right pass if he's inverting. But then, if you watch Manchester United invert that game against Aston Villa, he was very good because already he's a midfielder, so he'll be comfortable, going to the midfield, joining the other midfielders. So I would want for the players that started the game against Aston Villa to start this game. In the midfield, Lavia, I'm expecting him to start this game, and what's his name, Enzo Fernandez, because Enzo Fernandez has been very good in the last 2 games. Even the last 3 games, he has been very good. He was very good against Southampton, very good against Aston Villa. He was also, his performance was very good against Leicester City. So I think the manager might go with the 11 that started the game against Aston Villa. That's the 11 I'm expecting the manager to go with. So for me, just have to win this game. Even if it is 2-0, 3-1, just win the game. So yeah, that's it for me on this one. Your thoughts, your opinion on the game. Do you think Chelsea will win this game? Do you think they will take the advantage? Knowing that Tottenham and their poor form and some of their key players might not be available for this game. So what's your thoughts? What's your opinion? On the game. You let me know. And also, guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV. If you're new, like the video as well. It's really important. You're also on Facebook. Follow the channel Blue Point TV. Share the video as well. Thank you, guys. Stay safe. Well, I see you again. Bye.